Hello, my name is Dan Thompson and I am the media producer for Image Video Services and Productions, also known as IVS. Welcome to this video tutorial titled Adding Pictures with CK Editor. This is video 3.3 in our series Editing Your IVS Website. Graphics are a very big part of the web, and in order to get graphics into our website, we need to understand a few things about graphic formats and graphic sizing. Graphic formats for adding to websites are generally either JPEG or PNG. And the difference between these two is that JPEG does not support transparency, and that means you will always have a colored background. And here you see it's a white background. This could be a green background, it could be whatever background you choose to put in using your image editor, but there will be a definite background. Whatever is behind that will not show through. And that's what we mean by transparency. JPEG files are generally much smaller than corresponding PNG files. PNG files, which have become very popular on the web, do support transparency. And here you see an example of that. This gray area is actually transparent, and if that was on a website, whatever was behind it would show through it. So that's the difference. The other thing you should always be aware of before you put a file onto your website is the size of the file. The CK editor will allow you to downsize the file, but it's just not good practice to put a huge file up onto a website when you only need a small file. It takes up web space, takes a long time to load. Not a good idea. So think about the width of your files before you do any uploading with them. For instance, if we look at this particular one, we've got two of them here, we can see that this one is roughly 500 pixels and this one is roughly 700 pixels in dimension. I know our website is only 700 pixels wide, so this would take up the whole space in it. This would take up a portion of the space in it. We wouldn't want to put on something that was 2,000 pixels wide. So just be careful when you're downloading images and getting them from various sources that you size them accordingly before you put them on your website. They don't have to be exact, but let's get them at least into the range of reality, shall we say. Okay, let's call up our website. And we will go to our CK editor and open it up, and we're going to put a picture in. So let's put a picture into here, and we look for the picture button, which is right there. And when we link on it, or when we click on it, it asks us for a URL. Now we know this is a Uniform Resource Locator. We saw that in video 1. What this means is it wants a link to the picture that is loaded on somebody's web server somewhere on the internet. And this can be anybody's website, it could be a Google image, it can be anywhere as long as it's loaded on the website. Now for our purposes, because we want to control the picture and own the picture, this link will actually go to a spot on our website called Login. And let's take a look at how we're going to get it up onto that spot. So I'm going to just shut down CK Editor. And now we're going to go and load up some files into our login area so that we can link to them. So we click the login feature, which is found on all IVS websites. It'll be somewhere in here. And it'll take you to a page, and go to the top of the page, click login, and then enter in your credentials. And these are provided to you. And this window will open up showing us the actual FTP site that is a part of your IVS website. So we will click upload. Upload takes us to the desktop or any folder, and I'm going to upload 3 pictures. I'm going to upload this one, and I'll hold the shift key down, I'll select this one, and I'll select this one. So I can upload a multiple pictures at the same time. And up they come. And now we see them all located right in here. We have IVS Big, looks like that, IVS Medium, IVS Medium.png, and one called Medium.png. Now what's important for us to understand is what is the path that's being established here. We know that if we look at our URL, we're going alphanorth.ca/contact, which is a folder, /login, which is a folder, /login php, which is a file. So we're not going to want to see PHP. What we're interested in is this folder right here, what we call a data folder. And this data folder is actually contained within this area right here. After that backslash, you would see a data, which would be the name of this data folder, a backslash, and then the name of your file that you want to link to. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to copy it like that. And now I'm going to shut down my website. I know that I've got these pictures on the website, so I'll just shut that down for the time being. We'll close this and let's go back home. And let's link to a picture. So this is heading 1, and we're going to put our picture in here. We will call up our picture thing, and we will paste in that URL that we just copied. And this time we will just get rid of the file name because we're not interested in the file. We want the folder, which is called data. And then the file name, which is called ivsbig.jpg. Now these have to be exact, and you'll know you've got it when you hit the tab key or you come out of here, and you'll see the picture show up right in here. And that means you have got a successful link. If we have a mistake in our spelling, that picture will not show up, and this is what we'll end up with. So that's how you can know. That's how you know you've got the right link established. So remember, it's login, which is the login page, data, which is the folder, and then the name of your file will follow. Now that could be JPEG. It could be whatever you want it to be. Then of course we should always name the file, which in this case is equipment. This is important for search engines, just to let you know why we're doing that. And I think we'll put a border around it just for the time being, and we'll give it some horizontal padding, and we'll give it some vertical padding, which we're probably going to change later, but at any rate. Now, alignment is important. We have left aligned and right aligned and not set. For the time being, I'm going to leave it at not set, and that's like middle aligned, just so you'll know. And then we will go OK. And the first thing we notice is, yes, the picture came in, and that's wonderful, but I think you and I both know this picture's too big. So let's save it and see what happens. And sure it is. There's what's happening. The picture's running right off the edge of our website because it's too big. So one more time. Third time's always the charm. We're not going to mess around. We're going to call it 650 pixels this time. And we're going to save that. And of course, in it comes. There's the border, and the picture is just fine. Now what's interesting about this picture, it has a white background. We have a white website, so there's a bit of a blend. So if I was to just improve things a bit, what I could do is come here, go to image properties, put no border on it, just 0, like that. Go OK, save it. And this time it blends right in with the website because we have white on white. So here we have successfully loaded a picture into our website, and it looks pretty darn good. Now, let's vary it some more. The next thing we're going to do is let's make some text roll around it, and we do that by changing the alignment. And we'll change it to a left aligned, and we'll give it lots of space, so we'll close this right down to 300 pixels. This little button, incidentally, lets you maintain the aspect ratio of the picture. So these change at the same time. And we'll go OK. And now we see that the text has moved right up here because this is left aligned, which says, oh sure, move the text in. So it does. And we'll save that. And that's kind of cool. We now have a left aligned picture. And of course we could do the same thing with right alignment. Image properties, this time we'll change this to a right alignment. We'll go OK, save it. And it's just the opposite effect. We put it onto that side of the website. Well, this concludes our video on pictures. Pictures add a lot of style and pizzazz to your website, so have fun. Try out the PNG with transparency. If you have colored backgrounds, you can do a lot with the transparency pictures. Just remember the advice. Keep it simple and make sure your pictures look great. This is Dan Thompson saying bye for now.